you've done any training with firearms from the ground before, you know the takeaways aren't nearly as clean. And you know what? I'll give you an example. So let me work through this exercise first. Wait. The first thing I do, nothing changes really. The first thing I do is redirect the line of fire. I'm going to redirect. If at all possible, I'm going to redirect to the gun side, not across this way, because I want to go that way. I can go that way when it's here, it's just harder. Redirect, over my shoulder and off onto the ground. Catch. Now, I'm doing two things at once. I'm kind of pulling on the gun, trying to drive it into the ground, but more importantly, I'm lifting my hips off the ground and bucking. What is the worst case scenario for me when I do this?
So pull back.
Is he pulls it back. Listen, it's pointing at me already, and it's possible that he gets it out of my grip if his arms are longer. I can't move from here. So I can't stay here. Even when I catch this, he can still pull back, but now he's going to pull my body up. But if he braces my body down with that arm and pulls back with that one, I'm going to have a hard time saying that this gun is stronger than me. But here's the bonus. When he pulls back, it magnifies the forward force if I'm also pulling and I buck my hips. Bucking of the hips changes his aspect and upsets his balance forward. So go ahead and pull. You see how far he goes with a small little buck? Because he's literally launching himself down and pull. Don't do it too far to the outside. You actually create a difficult angle for you to roll over that way. It's like, if you guys remember just basic buck trap and roll, right? When he posts out, I need to collapse this post to go. Well, if I leave this arm out here, it's really hard for me to roll him that way, agree? Well, I'm putting his arm out there. So if I put it that far out, it's hard for me to roll that way. I'm going to take it probably higher than I'm going to take it out. Does that make sense? Sure. Now I have much less to roll over there. Plus, I have a little bit less to worry about in the line of fire. If I do it out here, and hopefully you guys can see, when I start going, the gun will collapse, and there's a point that I'm very close to the line of fire. I have to be cognizant of that, but I can solve some of that if I just move the gun a little bit further up this way. I'm still going to be cognizant of it, but as we go, the line of fire never crosses my head. So, redirect, catch, drive, and drive my hips at the same time. Bang, over I go, watching that line of fire. And I'm just keeping my weight down on him and my weight on the gun. It's hard for him to move the gun down, pull it back. I have a lot of weight on the gun, it's hard for him to move it. But guess what? This is training in a vacuum, because what do you think he's probably going to be doing right now? Maybe punching me, but he's definitely, you think his other arm is going to be over here, just like that? Well, he's trying to pull the gun. Yeah, that's weird, right? It's not going to happen that way. You're training in a vacuum. Sorry, man. So his other arm's going to be doing something. I have to count for that. Yeah, I need to stay safe, I need to stay tight, and I'm going to try to pull this gun back towards my own waist. Hopefully, it disarms him. Hopefully. If this dude has some ground fighting skills, he's also using his legs to affect my to affect my balance. Maybe to wrap him up, he might try to swing that leg over, go for an arm bar or a triangle or something. I have to be aware of all of these things. So in a vacuum, it's easy. In real life, it's not. When you come over, keep your weight on the gun. Think about headbutts, but be careful with your partner. Think about strikes in here. Try and drag it to your hips. This takeaway, can you guys see this? Come over. That's the same effect as do this. I keep it on the ground, keep it low, so I'm relatively isolating his arm or wrist, his less movement. I do have to move his arm to make the takeaway. He's strong, he's not moving out. The gun's not moving back, it's not coming away. I have to figure out what to do to get to the point from when we're standing, which is to isolate his arm and make leverage, right? Well, right now I feel like I can do this. So that's great. That works. But it's going to change every time. I might have to get or try to get all the way out. So once I get to here, maybe I need to try and wrap it up and then make a takeaway. I have to use all of my fighting skills. I have to step out of the guard, go to half guard, go to side control if I can. I have to use all my skills. I have to put things together. So right now, your partner is going to try to retain the gun somewhat. And you're going to try to find a way to isolate the arm or the wrist and create a takeaway. The whole time, while he's thinking about retaining the gun, you have to think about two things. You have to be bigger, faster, and smarter. You have to think about finding a way to isolate his arm to make a takeaway, and continue to do what?
Spark the gun off where you're flying fire.
Who said it?
Spark.
Right. Strike.
Strike.
Strike. Yeah, yes, that's a given, so it's the correct answer. But you have to not forget to strike. We get caught up, you guys all know this probably, when you hit the ground and you start wrestling, you get caught up in wrestling. And you forget about the fight. You have to do all of it. So don't forget your strikes when you're on the ground, looking for ways and leverage to isolate that arm or wrist and create a takeaway. Go!